everybody. My name is Danny, and for those who don't know, I do all types of YouTube videos, and today I was just going to take my usual walk to the grocery store, and I was kind of thinking of different topics to talk about. So maybe I'll just start off with, you know, whatever's on my mind. And one of the things I kind of do in my spare time is, you know, being on YouTube a lot, is I explore different topics, right? So I sort of got interested in First Amendment audits, right? So these mostly take place in the United States, although I live here in Canada. Although I live here in Canada, I can say in Eastern Canada. The US and Canada are very similar, right? There's differences, but there's a lot of similarities. So for those who don't know, First Amendment auditing is kind of like using the First Amendment to audit or take photographs and or video of public spaces, right? So public spaces could be anything like that has to do with the government. So let's say like government buildings, right? Tax offices, right? Post offices, police departments. So something struck me where one of my favorite First Amendment auditors, well, a lot of them aren't only First Amendment auditors, a lot of them are also like in the whole like police accountability sort of movement, right? Or police watching, right? Some government accountability. So one of my favorites was this guy called, his YouTube name was Nomad, and his YouTube name was Nomad, and that's where like all of his YouTube videos were on. But his real name was Josh Russell. Now, he was one of my favorites for many reasons, and it's weird because living here in Canada, it's kind of hard to make a connection, right? But you know, when you don't know someone, you don't feel comfortable like chatting with them on their YouTube. The only one real contact was when he gave out a Snapchat. I added him on Snapchat, and then he immediately added me back, which was nice. That's almost the only like interaction that I ever got with him. But he died just recently, a few days ago, and I guess from an overdose, and it was just very, very unexpected, right? Because if you look at his YouTube videos, there was one where he did a panel discussion and that video was like an hour and a half long, and he seemed so smart there, like knowing how to use the computer programs and all that type of thing, and talking to people like he'd never done that before, right? And then in his last two videos, he was planning about like what he was going to do like for the upcoming week, how to deal with his court proceedings in Texas, because that's where he was from, Texas. And I guess I really liked him a lot because I think that he was honest and real. Maybe too honest and too real. And like, you know, he was now Patrick, who was with him a lot. Sometimes when he saw Nomad live streaming about, you know, his medications, and Patrick would say, you know, stop talking about your medications, right? And But he's one of the few honest ones in that industry, and I think I liked him because like he gave like an honest insight into the industry, right? Where so many of them are sort of untruthful and stuff. Him being in the middle of it and being so truthful, like he gave like an outsider the inner circle of the truth. And although, like I said, maybe at times he was a little too truthful about his own personal life, and I think maybe what happened at the end is that, like, I remember him once talking about the coronavirus and how like he wasn't worried about it, which he shouldn't, because he was thinking just like I am, that he's just a young guy. And so, I mean, if he ever did get it, he could easily kick it off, right? So he wasn't worried about it. So he was very confident about his health. But I think that what happened was he didn't realize how like sensitive the human body is, like scientifically or chemically, where if you just go over those limits, those chemical limits by just a little bit, boom, you're in trouble, right? One thing hits off the next, and all of a sudden your heart stops, your breathing stops, and then you're in real trouble. So yeah, we're really gonna miss all of his like live streams, and not only of his auditing and his police activity, but of the personal ones too, right? So and all that stuff with News Now Patrick, right? And it was always like really, really funny because all that stuff with News Now Patrick. And I remember that one time where there was that one time in the more recent where they were sharing a hotel, and then Josh ran out of money, or he got kicked out, and so he had like his two little duffel bags sitting in the parking lot because he had literally nowhere to live, because he was kicked out of the hotel. And then he zoomed in on News Now Patrick, and Patrick was recording him, putting it on the live stream, mocking him, right? And back and forth. A lot of people thought that it was a gimmick, but that stuff was actually really, really fun, right? I mean, News Now Patrick is one thing you can't take away from him, is he's quite entertaining, right? So anyways, I just wanted to wrap it up because I am at the grocery store now, and say, yeah, I'm really gonna miss those Nomad or those Josh Washel live streams and his YouTube videos. So prayers and blessings to him and his family, and yeah, maybe he's in a better place. But thanks for everything that you did for the community and the industry, and you'll be remembered. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it here now. So I just wanted to timestamp this, where today is actually April 20th, 2020. April 20th, 2020. Yes, it's marijuana day. So April 20th, 2020. That's 420 day. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit all notifications, subscribe. Thanks. Peace out.